No, we are
I
here
can
now. Yeah.
Chineke melie, we are here in a new month. Anyị na-asị ndị niile sonyela anyị dịka ị sonyela anyị n'ụtụtụ anyị na-asị gị daalụ. Thank you so much for being here and happy new month of February. Anyị ga-etinye ọnụ n'ihe bụ anyị kpasị anya taata onye ọbụla ama na olileanya bịakwa ọzọ. Because last week, you know, we were talking about the scholarship for indigent students in Anambra. And the committee was here. We had the secretary, we had the man who was heading the committee as well as the PRO. Today, it's a big deal for every young person in Anambra. So I urge you, if you're young or young at heart, come closer to your radio set. Kanyina Bata, the youth mayor of Orumba South, comrade of Obike Maduabuchi Epotakwa.
Yes, sir.
How are you today?
Very fine, very fine. Thank you so much. Daluno. I am going to also to youth in the Anambra State. This is our time, and we must make a good use of it.
I say this is our time and we must make the best use of it. That is the charge for today. I want to write that down somewhere. And interestingly, our topic for today is use o'clock. Nyana oge use abiago, in line with what you just said. So let's look at use o'clock anwa. PG. I'm going to hold you to the spot because ndeba ya say anyị gwakena hi hebu youth o'clock n'Igbo. Mana anyị fukwalo na the chair of the Indigent Student Scholarship and an astute business trainer, Mr. Chinemerem Ogwebe is here. Good morning, sir. Good
morning, Anambra.
Okay, in our shine. You know, when we talk about dark and handsome. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
PG, go ahead.
Okay, Youth O'Clock has been there for some time. It's a kind of catchy phrase that has gotten global attention, where young people feel or believe that it is their time to be at the forefront in advocating for development, both at the grassroots, state level, national level, and global level. I think that was what informed the phrase Youth O'Clock. But for us, in Anambra, what inspired us in our own Youth O'Clock is the administration of Professor Charles Chukwumasoludo, Chalimambafo, who before he became even governor, had occupied positions of enviable height, of global level, as a young person. I can remember that when I was in the university, in 2003, about my final year, he was already economic advisor to Mr. President, Olusegun Obasanjo. 2004, he was appointed CBN governor. Then I had finished from school, university. And he was 44 years then. So you see, young man who distinguished himself in his chosen field of endeavor. And that very important also, 2010, during the economic meltdown, the UN appointed 10 foremost economists in the world as advisors. Professor Charles Chukwumasoludo was the only African economist in the list of 10 global economists selected to be advisors to UN, United Nations. So, as a young man, he distinguished himself in his chosen field of endeavor and occupied positions of authority. He is no longer that young man. He has moved from that stage of being a young man. But then, if you see him, he's even behaving like a younger person.
We never know what else is a nigga because nobody will believe that our governor is over 45. Onye I'm a man okaligo 45 because of his sagacity and his
energy.
Yes. Yeah.
So, at this age, being a governor, he engaged people who are mainly young people to work with him. Young people to work with him. And if you ask, what is his reason for that? It would be very obvious. So you don't need to even ask what's the reason. Because when he was young, he worked hard and he got opportunity, and he was able to utilize that opportunity very well. So he understood what it means to be in a position of authority as a young person, knowing that if you give a young man or a young woman who is cool-headed and focused to be in a position of authority, the person will deliver. So he's an embodiment of inspiration to us. So that youth o'clock thing is the one that is there that to be the inspiration.
Okay.
Then, having said that, there is something now that is happening right now in our local government councils. If you look at most of them, 21 of them, 80% of them are below 45 years. And what does that mean? It's still the handwork of Salomon Bafo, getting young people to be in such position, to lead government at the grassroots level. Now, our mayors are doing well. So, you can see that youth o'clock thing, something happened recently. I have 21 youth mayors. We used to have them as mayors, but when the law was reviewed to recognize local government chairmen as mayors, we had to change our own nomenclature from mayors to youth mayors. So they are junior mayors, learning from the senior mayors who are local government council chairmen. So I had a meeting with them, directed them to pay courtesy visit to the mayors, and show them that we are ready to partner with them for the development of our communities. And it happened to be that our members in the Urumba South paid a courtesy visit to the mayor of Urumba South by name of Anambra Shadrach Azubike, and he asked them, what can we do together? We want to have an interaction section with all the youth from Urumba South. Can we make it happen? And they said yes, they can make it happen. And the youth mayor of Urumba South gave me a report of the meeting. I said, we can make it happen. And it was not even something that was given like, say, 1 month time to plan. Mm-hmm. This is within 1 week. Mm-hmm. Within 1 week, God gave me the report, and I said, we can do it. And we started the plan. Lo and behold, Saturday, we had almost 2,000 youth in Urumba South gathered. I had interaction with the mayor of the council. And it was an amazing experience. Wow. Amazing experience. That is what informed even the youth mayor of Urumba South coming with me to give us, tell the people how we feel. And in fact, the youth o'clock for us is a movement. It's not a one-off event. It's a movement that just started this Saturday, 1st of February.
Oh,
And
what a
this
time to start.
1st of February. And what it means to us is that we are working in tandem, working in collaboration with the local government mayor to see that areas of concern for young people and areas of concern for community development that the young people can drive,
Okay.
we are not going to be found wanting.
Okay, for the synergy to happen, Odupakaya, Kugodulu, the youth in Orumba South, I call What a way, seriously, because this is actually PG, before he starts, and we go something like this.
We've not had it before.
Okay.
No, we have not. The first of its kind.
Okay, so Youth Mayor Orumba South, Comrade of OBK, Madwa Buchike, Kobi Dege, Wakanani, Kosiga.
Kembubuna, I choro ikele our capacity mayor, onye omasi na ogakbo the youth of Orumba South Oko, for them to gather and reason together on ways to improve the lives of the youth in Orumba South. You know, what he did is exactly what happened in Isaiah chapter 1, when God called the people of Israel and said, come, let's reason together. Let's find out, let's settle this matter. So in Orumba South, we have been having some challenges. And Mayor, in his own wisdom, said, we need to gather together, to reason together, to find a ways of solving this problem. And last week, Saturday, he invited us, and up to 2,000 youth gathered together, and we deliberated. We had a very robust and healthy discussion with him. At the end of the day, I knew I make ways to handle the challenges we are having in Orumba South, and we are very happy. I must commend him for that initiative. Because here on a Orumba South, exactly here our own dear governor is doing in Anambra State. He wants to bring down the 1U2 scale down to Orumba South. Because first of all, if you want to solve a problem, you have to first of all do a test to diagnose, to find out exactly the root cause of the problem. And when you find out the cause, you'll be able to prescribe, to tell the person the right medicine to take or drug in order to have a fast healing. So that is exactly what our mayor did last Saturday. Gather and you to Nina. I with a healthy deliberation, discuss with the ideas, I will make suggestions. And you know currently now the program, all you do a good result. Because that is the first step, reorientation. Our people are being brainwashed, So that is making a lot of people, to go into doing some things that are not good for them. So here in our Orumba South, like Mayor is doing, is to reorient, to give people a new ideas that will help them. So Orumba South, as a general, as the one leading the youth of Orumba South, I am happy. Obi Jupiter Nekele na ihe Mayor na Orumba South, and I know I am more will stay come,
Okay.
more will stay come, and I na Ekuna we're going to partner with him, because Mayor is just a one man in Orumba South, but we are like legs and hands. Okay, you were Lord in Orumba South. So our own responsibility is to partner with him,
Okay.
to help him to take this initiative down to the grassroots for proper implementation.
There are a few
Thank you.
things. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Before I go to Mr. Chinemerem, a few talking points that you raised.
Yes.
Demba kanyi wapotasianya, because I'm sure that someone somewhere, maybe in another local government, is already getting ideas on what they can do.
Yes.
Makano ezigbo ka na-enyomi.
Yes.
I believe that will soon become something that will spring up in different places, and the PG will have to go,
Yes.
and maybe those mayors will still come and talk to us on the program.
Yes.
Yeah. So you talked about the need for reorientation of the youth,
Exactly.
and also employment, engaging them properly.
Exactly.
And were other aspects that, and what was the big idea, big challenge and is it security? Just give us an idea how to tackle whatever this reorientation, so that people can structure programs like that for their own local governments.
All right. Okay, before now, if you look at Orumba South, people are seeing Orumba South as an area that is having serious insecurity challenge.
Okay.
Now we have that in Orumba South. And, when they talk about insecurity, about 90% of issues we have in insecurity are being handled by the youth. Youth in Abundant handled behind it. But in Orumba South, the mayor said we need to reason together. We need to reason together to find a way to solve. Okay. And that is why he called that meeting. First, I got to find a solution. People are now going into drugs. People are now going into so many things, because out of frustration. When you don't have something you are doing, you are not properly engaged. You can do other things to help yourself. So now what the mayor is trying to do is to reorient, to give people that understanding that money is not actually everything. That you can engage your hands and start doing something little by little. Before you know it, you start making big money. And there is dignity in labor. You don't just wake up one day and 5 million naira in your account and begin to just use it. So when you are getting that kind of money, you cannot invest it properly because you made the money out of the wrong way. So, but when you labor, when you work and get this money, you invest it properly. So that is what Mayor is trying to do in Orumba South. And I must commend our national president, Ken Okoli, Comrade Ken Okoli, for his support. Because also we make sure that program in Orumba South.
Is a photo?
Of course.
Okay, Mr. Chinemerem, you will come in now because youth engagement, youth empowerment is your forte. Oh, here in Anambra, that's what you're known for. And when he talked about values orientation and trickling down the One Youth Two Skills program to the local government, I'm sure that got your attention. But can you, Cheta, that one thing he said which caught my attention, na egom bute, you can't actually invest it. Man egom ata. So the difference between egom bute and egom ata is something that I will leave this program with today, knowing that egom ata bunke kamma. Okay, Mr. Chinemerem, please weigh in on all that has been said so far.
Okay, thank you very much. I want to congratulate my brothers, the youth leaders, Comrade Ken Okoli seated here, and the youth mayor of Orumba, and most importantly also the mayor of Orumba South for this wonderful initiative. Because we keep saying it that youths are the leaders of tomorrow, and not just tomorrow, our tomorrow is here today. And there must be sincerity of purpose in tackling the youth issue in Anambra in particular, because that Anambra is such a beautiful state that if you reposition young people in Anambra and they take the lead, automatically you see that the whole Southeast keys in, and Nigeria also keys in. So it's very, very important that we are seeing these grassroots developments coming from one local government in Anambra State. We want to commend that. And yes, he talked about value reorientation. All the very, very important that we'll start talking about reorienting what we see as value as young people. Because before now, going with a lot of distractions, social media, a two-edged sword. It's an information platform where you learn. It's also an information where you can actually learn some negative vibes. The get-rich-quick syndrome. The issue of young people trying to get money quick without giving value. And the truth about this matter is that being successful and being rich in life has a lot to do with giving value. What are you offering? What are you bringing to the table? Most times now, we see role models on social media. What we are celebrating is how they got money, how rich they are, how they spread money in occasions, how they use flamboyant cars and move with security men up and down without asking what value are they bringing to the society. And you see that these young ones, without this value orientation, just see this thing, I want to copy it. The goal is just to make money and be rich and be like these people they are seeing, without trying to understand the process, what some of them went through to become who they are today. So I think that is what has been started in Orumba South. It's very, very commendable. Our youth should start looking at skills, learn skills. I was very happy when he talked about bringing down the 1 youth 2 skill to the local government level. It's very, very commendable, because from our local communities, there are problems to be solved. And when our youth start seeing those problems and start learning skills that will solve those problems, you see that they will start giving value and they will start growing. Anywhere. But the most important thing is, one by one, when you sit with these big men and they tell you their stories, how they started, you know that there is a process to being financially free. There is a process to being rich. And these are things that we need to start inculcating to our young people. And I thank God that Asatu Youth is now taking that lead in Anambra State. It's quite commendable.
Thank you so much. And in the spirit of the commendation, can you Apollo, the use of Orumba South, this beautiful number, Pray by Temi? Yes, so Odigolu Anambra youth, because this pilot phase of the youth interaction with the mayor there at Orumba South is just the way forward in the new year 2025. Okay, so we still have the faculty in the studio, and the president of Asatu Youth Wing, Comrade Ken Okoli Kanopia, and we also have Comrade Ofobike Maduabuchi, and the youth mayor of Orumba South, as well as Mr. Chinemerem Ogwebe. He is the one overseeing the Anambra Indigent Students Scholarship, which is already on course. So we're talking about this phrase, youth o'clock. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. And it's youth o'clock in every part of Anambra, in all the 21 local governments of Anambra State, starting from Orumba South. Now let's find out from you, Comrade Ofobike Maduabuchi, Youth Mayor Orumba South. Something unique has happened, and it is a good thing that it's happening in your tenure. Was it one of the things, was it in your manifesto? I would want to know. One, if it wasn't, you'll tell us how it got to happen. And secondly, what are the sustainability plans? How do you hope to ensure that you don't stop along the way, that you actually deliver the benefits in full?
All right, thank you so much. First, I will say that what happened last Saturday is one of the things we have been planning to do.
Okay.
Just that the mayor of Urumba South, Honorable Azubike, in his own wisdom, said we should do it as fast as possible because of the urgency. One is that we have been planning before now to gather the youth of Urumba South to give them information that will help them, not just police, but also information that will help them in the society to be able to fit in wherever they are. So as God may have it, the Honorable, the Mayor of Urumba South called us and said that he would like us to organize. But that happened the day we went to visit him. We paid a courtesy visit to him, his office, and in the course of our discussion, he now said he would like us to have that. And as God may have it, I am a area of man. Now coming to the sustainability, we want to have this kind of program coming maybe 2 or 3 times in a year, to gather people and to talk to them. And also, currently now we are picking names. You are selecting two individuals from our different communities for mentorship, career mentorship. We want to have people who will be teaching, who will be training people in the different communities, telling them the need, to know the right thing to do in their community. Now, apart from that, the forms are out already now because we want to bring down what is happening in the state down to the local government. Our own dear governor is doing, but the mayor of Urumba South, Chosika, Ozo, Ebenin and Urumba South. So the forms are out already, and I've distributed the forms to the youth leaders of the 15 communities in Urumba South. And currently, people have started filling the forms. Former abo ihonye choremo no Urumba South. Different skills onye choremo no Urumba South. The trainers now, MPP on a platform for them to apply. Those that are going to teach them. We have a good number of them in Urumba South and outside. So they have started sending their own data and information concerning what they can handle. So currently now the forms are out, and we are looking at having more than 5,000 people being trained in the first phase of this program in Urumba South. And I know our own dear mayor is working seriously with the own team to make sure that this initiative may implement the way it should be in Urumba South. And also, I will have the national president who is also, working seriously to make sure that this idea is well implemented in Urumba South. When I wasn't big, because you have been following us, giving us advice on what to do, and we believe that we will not disappoint him. We will not disappoint him. We'll make sure that every information, advice on your eye, implement, because when we talk about youth o'clock, youth.
Yes.
And what we are trying to do to make sure now every opportunity bear our way, that we are ready to do what? Maximize it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Comrade Ofobike Madu Abuchi. So you're hitting the ground running. The forms, say, Imana locally and when KCA distributed, I'm sure that people are getting the forms.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hopefully, some people may call to testify and I want to see by now. Now back to our president, Comrade Ken Okoli. Okay, so now we're looking at the bigger picture. A movement has begun in Urumba South, and this is what you talk about all the time. Talk to us about where this is going.
Okay. If you really, it's something inspiring that young people. In fact, I can still forget easily what happened on Saturday. While we were there, I didn't even remember that we were in Urumba, we were in Munze. The way it used to be said about in social media, that is a place that is scary. But we are just relaxed, showing that positive change is happening. Udo Nachi
Nezio.
na Rumba South.
Sure.
And the bigger picture is this. In fact, on the 15th of this month, in our meeting, first meeting of the year, we are going to launch Asatu Youth TV.
Wow.
We want to launch Asatu Youth TV.
That's a big one.
Yes. What would that TV do? Community is an institution out of the 7 key components of the society. And in Anambra, we have a structured system of governance at the community level. The Igwe, the PG, woman leader, youth leader. Good. Now, Asatu Youth, keyed into the 5 key pillars of the solution agenda, the 4th key pillar, which is governance and value system, Asatu Youth was able to identify a set of values that will serve as our articles of faith in the Anambra project. These items of values, we have titled them to be the 12 Anambra community shared values.
Wow.
The TV will do one major thing, promoting our shared values and the community institution. Therefore, whatever a traditional ruler is doing in Anambra or anywhere he goes to, doing any program, whatever a PG of a community from Anambra is doing, whatever woman leader is doing, whatever youth leader is doing, that TV will showcase it.
Okay. Wow.
That's what to show you the bigger picture.
Grassroots oriented.
Exactly.
Okay.
And those things will be those ones that are promoting the values that bind us together as one community of Anambra State. So you see, when you find Menagane Mezi, I'm going to say Asatu Youth TV will be there.
Wonderful. Wow.
You see that? Now, another thing is that we are going to have, as elected youth leaders, every PRO from the executive will be a member, will be a reporter, will be undergo orientation to let the person know things that we are to get from you, and we'll use it to report in the YouTube, in the Asatu Youth TV.
Perfect.
Because that person is a part of it. Also, PRO of the PG will also get the number. Get us. There will also be PRO. There will also be reporters for us.
Okay.
Because now it is not about only youth thing. Only youth o'clock, youth driven, just youth driven. So it is not just limited to what youth are doing. It is about promoting the community institution.
Absolutely.
Those things that are supposed to be for the common good of the society, that young people are now going to drive.
Okay.
You now see a situation whereby those ones that are being reporters, the Asatu Youth TV will be able to engage them and be paying them something.
Perfect. This is a revolution.
So that is the big picture.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And this is what Youth O'Clock has bettered.
Oh my. Okay, because you were just there,
Yes.
and you saw that it was necessary to begin to do this.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So that's the bigger
Wow.
picture. The
Okay.
Youth Asatu Youth TV has come to, in fact, on the 15th
Of February.
of February, we'll make it.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, PG, for the spontaneity. And even with how spontaneous you are, you're able to see things through. That's one thing I have learned from you. I am a Pezi group because we actually have an update about the indigent students scholarship, and that is why the chair is here to talk to us. He'll do that in just a few. But first, Biko, you want to contribute or make a suggestion or you're from Orumba South, or you heard about the event, or you're in another local government, know more about what went down there and how you can bring it back home. Call the number 0904 956 0826. 0904 9560826. You can also reach us on 0706 538 1320. 0706 538 1320. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Biko, back to tell radio, or turn it off, please. Okay.
Hello?
Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead. Biko. Okay. Hello. Hello? Are you there? Hello? Please, when you call us, just turn off your radio set. You don't actually need to hear yourself over the radio. There's no need for that. Hello?
Welcome.
Good morning.
February, I batamalo no ma.
Amen.
Congress to Korea.
Dalo,
David Moore.
David Moore, welcome.
David Moore, and I'm more.
Okay.
I don't want to whatever it is, eh? What do we take all the time? We'll get basically, I'm even now. I'm making them do not never open the Maribana. After the attack, what's that? On our women, even a man to buy a woman, baby, if a good well. I saw you on our women. I'm not for the eye. You got to go for a new one. So, because to remember, I said, go and do a guy, just have to go to the lake. Upon my book, and I'm making on his feet because I journey of my or them. I'm not going to put our own work with that either. I'm going to get there where I am okay, make sure I'm going to get the table on the next. I'm going to make over there, them, also got to sit out. Also, I'm going to get I'm because they are not going to perform my evening. I'm out there with it. I know it's Diana, but I'm going to have to come air. After you on them, but then I go. I'm not carrying it. It's your honor.
Thank you, David Moore. Amen.
Thank you.
Have a lovely week. Thank you so much for your contribution and encouragement. Okay, Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I think I'm not hearing, but I believe that you are hearing me.
Yes.
This is Fobike calling you now all the way from Ubunka.
Oh, you're
My mayor, I'm a maker lady. Dinner studio, Google Zoom. On them second cable, and the after going in a poster, a billboard teacher. You are such a wonderful and handsome man there. When you wrote your like me.
Thank you.
In an American lady about Makorumba South. That's a room in there. The fastest growing city in Anambra State.
Yes.
He didn't know the Kitaki church shop, he and we showed down. The same at the shop, he gives you that car by call. Or when after my team, when the house on the yard more. Going on up to the water shop over and the business down. Another one, electricity. He has one, but they are there within the Yoko, EDC. Cadison and what a sabotage. Because that changeover in after College of Education, but at a more very changed over like Omunka, Umuchuku, Orenskal and so on. I'm a quick candidate of a Diade and walk wherever. They catch on that changeover, then what sabotage because all the neighboring community. So let's see, do God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. I'm sure that the mayor has taken note of that and he'll look into it. Okay, so if we have more time, we might take one or two calls. But now it's time for us to take an update regarding the registration process in the ongoing Anambra Indigent Student Scholarship. Mr. Chinemerem Ogwebe, Onagafa.
Yes, Onaga very, very well. And we want to first and foremost thank our benefactor, who is Chief Dr. Chukwuebuka Ononkwo, who made it possible for this initiative to start at first. We thank him immensely for this opportunity. When I connect our youths that has responded to this, there has been some tremendous response from the background, and we're happy about that. We want to confirm to Anambra and our youths and students that today they are about the final day for the application. At the end of today, we will officially close the site for application. Then from tomorrow, the processing. So we'll look at those criteria that we've set aside before now, and now use it to select the ones that will now come for the physical interview. So Honor, that very well. In the next 3 days, we'll close out the selection process, and by 7th, we will get back to those who have actually made it to the last level of interview. We want to congratulate each and every one of the fellow former. When I say I'm not going to everybody get wet here, because now it's not the very, very few. But already the advantage is that we have the data, and I believe so much now MSC and Meti of Fuma that a lot of philanthropists and ndị ihe inyelu ụmụ akwụkwọ aka ka agụ akwụkwọ na amasị ga-emekwa ka imekwa more than nke ime. So Dalurinne,
thank you so much. Today is the 3rd of February, and as we know, that was what was said last time, that na agenwe registration process up until now. And after today, the selection process will continue. So we wish all the applicants the best of luck, and may the right people get this opportunity. In Jesus' name. Amen. I want a message. This is from my Facebook page, because I'm streaming. Kenechukwu Azoro says, Asatu Youth Mayor Orumba South of Obike is doing absolutely well. Let me also use this medium to thank the youth leader of my town, Norfija Comrade Ima Okereke, Uda Chigo, Norumba South. Thank you so much, Kenechukwu Azoro, for your message. Now, I believe we can take 1 or 2 calls, but in closing, I also want to know, PG, you talked about the Asatu Youth TV coming up. Is there any plan to scale this pilot program that is about to take off in Orumba South to other local governments, just in case there are people wondering? I'm from Oka South, so I cannot wait for such a thing to happen in Oka South. I'll be very delighted.
Yes, we are really open to drive this in all the 21 local government councils. What we have started in Orumba South is something that is going to be a continuous one. What it means is a simple thing. If I have sticks gathered in a bunch, it becomes a broom.
Sure.
It's a value. So what Orumba South Mayor has done is to gather the sticks in a bunch to become a broom that is useful for the society. We are looking forward to seeing other mayors of the 20 local government councils to do the same thing. Gather these sticks. I'm using these sticks as a symbol to refer to the young people. Gather these sticks and get them in a bunch so that they will become useful to the society and to all of us, because young people are predominantly the people either the ones causing problems or the ones being used as catalysts for development. But funny enough, when you do not act proactively, what you will see will be the result of what is mostly what we are complaining about, because we have not been proactive to gather young people and make sure that they are useful, giving them direction, giving them orientation, providing alternative to things that will make them to take away their eyes or attention from social vices. That is very important in our society. So all the mayors of the 20 local government councils, ASAT Youth is ready to serve as a catalyst for your desire to drive development at the grassroots level. And we are all at the beck of your call to do, and we'll make it happen.
Thank you so much, PG. I picked something from what you just said. That I would like to describe as "you should know better" syndrome. You know, sometimes when young people act in certain ways, say just like, not taking away from what we're talking about, but one of our own from Okija, we heard of the young man who committed suicide. You know, it's also important to mention it. Everybody, try to manage yourself well. There is hope coming. Because, you know, it's even worse back home here. The story is trending on social media, but we know that some people back home are experiencing even worse. You know, so our reorientation program, I believe it should be able to cut across even my mental health. When some of the issues they've gone through has even damaged some of our young people. Yes. So we can begin to do that restructuring. What can you hope, Kadi? You know, so just in case you're listening to us, there is hope coming. Yes, you're going to get trained across local governments by the grace of God. Philanthropists can also support the mayors. Amara, do you have anything to say regarding that? We have super role models, you know, we have people, thankfully, now, that program recently. Same way Gundia that have been doing this. If we need to scale that program, as many people as apply and are willing to learn, I believe that we have people who can sponsor. You can weigh in on that, Youth Mayor, just briefly, how we can begin to galvanize our stakeholders at the local level to get things happening for proper youth engagement. Massive one that has never been, never seen before kind of approach to youth engagement in Anambra. Is it possible?
Yes, it's very, very possible. And that is why we now have role models in our different communities. We have at least one. And from what the national president said, we are going to be having, decorating one person every year. Okay. Currently, what we have now is one person. So this is the pilot phase of it. And hopefully by next year, we're going to have another one, making it 2 per community. So what we are saying is that these people, they have the capacity. The reason why we nominated them, because we know they have the capacity to train our people. And they have, the value to inculcate.
Yes.
So when people look at them, they see reasons to say, yes, these are people that we can call our role models. So, and that is why we nominated them. If you can't give money, you can't give value. Absolutely. So that is what we are telling them. Let's bring this thing down to our different communities. We can use our platform, the space we have, to bring other stakeholders together and devise a means to help our people in our different communities. We can't just wait for government to do everything for ourselves, for us. So we can get these people, devise a means, this training program differently in different communities. If you can do it, if government can select like 1,000 for a community, the individual select like 200, you see that the number will go down. Before we do it like 5 years, 10 years, you see that we get all this unemployment from our different communities.
Okay, Mr. Chinemeremo Gwebe, in just a few words, indigenous students update, just
okay, just like we've prayed, I see that now the best, what we are assuring the indigenous students, but that now the process will be a very free and transparent process. And like we said, that let the best and the most important person need here should get it. And it's our prayer. And we want to also say, it doesn't also end here. We are looking forward to making tremendous impact in days to come.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Chinemerem Ogwebwe of the Anambra Indigenous Student Scholarship Scheme for being here with us today on Anambra Youth Hour. Also appreciating the Youth Mayor of Orumba South, Comrade of 4BK Mmadu Abuchi Dalo.
All right, please, on a final note, I want to encourage the youth of Orumba South. Please, if you're interested, or it's not if you're interested, whether you are doing business, you need to have a skill. Business, you know what is happening in Nigeria today. So that you have something to fall back on if there is any problem. So get to your community leader, get in touch with your community leader, get this form, fill this form. We have a limited time. In 1 week time, we're going to collect this form and start the implementation. Finally, I also want to appreciate my own capacity mayor.
Okay, thank you so much. Mayor the crew of Anambra Youth Hour are saying thank you. And of course, our PG President General Asatu Youth Wing, and Comrade Ken Okoli, Dalo, my PG. Thank you for the great work. My name is Ifi Arono Okafu. Have a lovely Monday and a great week. It's Youth O'Clock.
Thank you.